today, from Brooklyn, New York, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Brooklyn Beats taking on the Toronto Thunderbirds.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now Reddick. Pressure comes and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Reddick sets to pass it. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Take it at the 37. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Going for it, it's Carter. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. On 3rd down, Hobbs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. First down, a run with Smallwood. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They run again on first down with Smallwood. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. On first down, Smallwood. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Smallwood. He's got it on the draw. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Thunderbirds have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? And we just saw their first one of this game.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, they held them completely out of the end zone, just held them to a field goal, so they're not just hoping for a repeat here. They're hoping to do it even better. A shutout is their goal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, pulled in here by Farrell. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down, Smallwood. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. This one complete to Smallwood. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll drop this underneath to Carter. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Second and 6. In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They give to Smallwood. And he'll go down at the 28. On 3rd and short, Smallwood. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul searching on 4th down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds Bolden. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Beats are an extra point away from drawing level. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later.
But make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Handoff comes to Smallwood, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramsey. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw again. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. but just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Back to throw again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Second and 5. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game, but Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On third down, Woody. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On now is the punter, as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Stays on his feet. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting...
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now we have Hyde still on the ground here. Staying down after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Bush. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a handoff here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll run on 1st down. Smallwood, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
He'll drop to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Carter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 2nd and 2. A run with Smallwood. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
From the gun, they run with Smallwood. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now Reddick. This one complete to Smallwood. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Reddick. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On third down, Smallwood, that he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Woody. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The defense challenge and setting him back on the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Second and 4. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So they bring out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You got to have the football back for your offense.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard, 1:44 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Time for this defense now to get back on the field. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again?
Pass complete to Green.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A leap in. He's got it. He got it. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll drop to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for our visitors, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.